Hey, tell me, from the rugby world, I mean, obviously, most guys have played rugby when they were at school and stuff. I remember on Monday morning we used to, it was when rucking was allowed, we used to take our shirts off and we'd compare to who had the best sprig marks
Oh,
on their
nice.
back, and that would sort of be the winner of the weekend who'd been rucked the most. Do you find a fair amount of pride in this photo? Because that's a pretty fucking awesome photo. You look like you're about to get on the scene with Braveheart. Or
Yeah, that was a rocking good photo. That one. That see, like I don't get the BBC because I feel like I was just having a normal everyday chat. But this one, like I get this. This was like I did not realize that I looked like that. Like because blood and sweat, it kind of feels the same.
yeah. And also those capillaries up around your eyes, they when they go even a little bit, they go. But that was a decent gash you got. I was thinking you got that at Oceania. Was there ever any question, because that was a good gash, that was too much and that might have kept you out of the Olympics, or was it always going to be fine?
It was funny, bro, because that was a semi or the second to last game. So there was one more game in that day, and they were all the management were like, "Oh, Ruby is out. We're gonna watch this cut, look after." And I straight away I was like, "Hell no! You stitch this up right now. You strap it up. I know I'm playing because I knew that they could have used that potentially as some sort of hinge for the Olympics. So I was
Wow,
like,
that's
no, 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 no.
interesting.
I was like, no question. You strap this up right now. Let's bloody go again. Like I played again 2 hours after that game because I need like I need to show them, show myself, show my team. I can still do my damn job. I don't need my skin on my forehead to do my job. Like I can do it. So I played that next game 2 hours later to make sure that nobody could
Right.
use it as an excuse for the Olympics.
See, that's smart as well, eh? Like that's a real, when you state that as like what you did, you kind of go, "Fuck, that's clever." What you've done is clever, because you obviously didn't want to have to face questions and from the New Zealand Rugby Union saying, if you couldn't play that. Yeah, so that's clear. I wanted to know as well, because you've got a pretty impressive track record when it comes to accolades and achievements as well. Two Olympic medals, the gold and the other one, not the gold, the gold and the not
Silver.
the
Yeah,
other one.
yeah.
You've won a gold in the World Sevens. You were the 2019 World Sevens Player of the Year. I wanted to know as well. And I don't want to say that, the whole kind of what are you going to do after rugby? Because that's a boring question. But we all especially in athletes have a lifespan.
Mm.
Are there still desires to go to 15s, to Rugby World Cups, to Commonwealth Games? Are those still on the kind of to-do list for you?
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel after this goal because after the silver in Rio, I honestly, bro, I was gonna quit. Like I was over it. It
Wow.
wasn't a good culture. I wasn't getting what I got at the beginning of when I started. Um, and then, but I didn't know, you can't read the future, can you? And I won that silver, and I was just like, oh, hit different, and it started a new fire in my belly. I didn't even know was sitting there. So I thought I'd wait to make my decision and see how I feel. And I still haven't got like I haven't even sat down with my coach yet, with the new coach or
Yeah.
our team, our leaders. There's still so many conversations I need to have, but I definitely I'm definitely not gonna hang up the boots after this gold medal. Like there's still that fuel there, and I think it's really important to be honest with yourself in this time, in this moment, because A, you're never gonna get this time again.
Yeah.
B, like you don't want to, because I commentate, right? I got a job at Sky Sport, and I commentate, and I don't want to commentate no game that I can be like, bro, come on, I back myself to be on that field right now,
I should
and
be
I
out there.
yeah, and one massive thing I really want to do, I remember last year, or this year, sorry, the very first ever women's Super Rugby game was played. So it's not the first ever. They've been the Chiefs before, but the concept of a Super Rugby Championship was the first game I'd seen, and I remember watching it in the crowd, and I just thought, nah, I'm not watching this again. Like I'm not going to watch the next game of this. So I
Because you
really
want
want
to
to
be,
be a
are
part
you
of
saying
that.
that because you want to be out there? You want to be on the
I want to
field?
be I want to be a part of growing that Super Rugby comp for women. I think it's a really exciting thing. The FBC, it's getting there, but there's still massive gaps. But with
Yep.
Super, that's the best of the best in New Zealand that we've got. So I really want to be a part of just the process of kicking that off the ground. I'd love to. It'd be an honor to play with some of those players. Um, so yeah, definitely not closing the door, but also you got to be honest with yourself in this moment too, because training's not easy, and you say goodbye to your family a lot more than you want to. So you can't fake wanting to do this job. You can't sit in there and not have that inner true intrinsic motivation when you're doing all those sprints. So it's also I need to be honest with myself here. Like do I really want to do that? What's my why? What's my purpose here? So and there's still some there, thankfully.